So we're back out here at the end of January, and it is big decision day. As you can see, we've got 5 logs on this side, and we have actually 6 logs on this side and on the end, and then we've got 6 logs on the fireplace end on the left side over there as well. So we've reached a point where we're going to be putting some really big logs back in place. However, I have because we've been fairly creative in repurposing some of these shorter logs around the window, I've got, and I had some spare logs that I purchased, and I'd love to use those somehow. I'm thinking of adding a couple of layers on the chimney side, which are just in that there, you can kind of see here, there are two, there's a chimney space in the middle here. And so if I put a log on each side, an extra log on each side, I think I can raise the log cabin 1 extra log and give us a taller door frame, as well as some more ceiling space inside the cabin. On the original cabin, the ceiling was pretty low. So I'm thinking I'm going to try that. It's obviously risky because we're adding 1 more log and altering the original design, but since we've altered it quite a bit, I think we'll be okay there. So that's the big risk, is adding another log all the way around. And then obviously these are bigger logs. I'm going to get some help out here with Jorge and Jonathan to kind of help me lift some of these big logs up here on the top. So we've got 6 here. We will now have 10 logs, so we've got 4 more logs to go on the side and on the front. So it's moving day of sorts to see if everything we've put together is going to fit. And then actually that's one of the other big issue is going to be if I have measured. So I've got a half wall here and then a half wall here with a window on the right side, but obviously when we add this 1 log across the top, it's going to need to fit almost exactly in here, and it looks like my measurements are about 1 inch off. So if we take this original log and add it all the way across here, it's a 20-footer. Is it gonna fit, and how much are we gonna have to wiggle that or wrestle that into place? So gonna be interesting, gonna be an interesting couple of days, but if things go well, we're gonna make some significant improvement. Made some progress yesterday with Jorge and Jonathan. Got this one up here, and then we've got to figure out another one on the other side. And I hate to cheat because I really wanted to do all this by hand or as much as possible to relive the original experience. But Jorge has taught me into using the tractor that they have, so I may bring that over today to help with some of these bigger logs. And after lifting this one into place, I'm thinking, just because of the way it sits, it's a great log, but it's narrow and there's a big gap there, and we need another log on the other side, so I may end up taking this one off and moving it over to the other side. Mainly because these logs that I'm trying to fashion here, some of these extras that I bought that I'd like to use, I just cut this one and you can see it's still got some rot around the heartwood, and I mean, it might be usable, especially for just a short one, but I'm not loving that. So while I've still got some pretty good logs, in fact, I may end up using, these are great logs, except they have these notches in it from a different log cabin, but they're in excellent condition, so I think I may just use those as my last logs, and we'll sort of see how that goes. But man, the wind is whipping today. It's probably 35-mile-an-hour gusts. It's 28 degrees out here, and probably with the wind chill about 7. So this is going to be a miserable day. Unfortunately, I was working so hard and we were making such good progress, I didn't get a good time lapse of all of the tractor work that Jorge did and lifting and putting all of these logs into place. Some of them went in pretty easy. A couple of them we had to take back out and refit and trim down a little bit with the chainsaw. But as cold as it was today, I'm glad we used the tractor and we made a ton of progress. And most of these things are fitting. This top one here is a little angled, so I may have to rearrange that one. But on the whole, man, it's starting to come together. This thing is looking good. That's where the fireplace will be. And we've got some things that didn't go quite the way I wanted to, especially on the front here. I don't know if you can see, but these two logs are angled in a little bit. I may have to do something with those. And then over here we've got a very large gap above the top window log. So I think we can move this log up a little bit. And as you can see, we had a replacement here that we had to put in and it's sticking out, so we'll clean that up. But on the whole, man, it's starting to look like an actual log cabin, and we're going to have a nice tall doorway with an extra log in place, and really just add a couple more logs on the top and we're done. So until next time.